Hi everyone, I'm Sarka. Welcome to today's class, Open Your Heart to Wheel. We'll be working on leg strengthening, glute strengthening, opening the shoulders, working our way up into wheel. So if wheel is not in your practice, that's okay. We'll be working lots of progressions. I'll be offering modifications to help you get there. So grab a block and I'll see you on the mat. So take a comfortable seat, sit up nice and tall, drawing your skull back, ears over the shoulders, closing your eyes, resting your palms on your thighs. Just take a few deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Letting everything go that doesn't serve you today and inhaling fresh energy. Ready to open our heart, shoulders, feeling strength and power. Bring your hands to your heart center. Just take a moment to set an intention for your practice today, something you need for yourself, maybe something to let go of. Set that now. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. Slowly release your hands and open your eyes. Take your block. We're going to do something called shoulder scrubbing, scapular scrubbing. So take your block and place it. You can start off on the lowest setting, or you can bring it up higher and just kind of play around with whatever feels comfortable. You can go lengthwise just to kind of get right in between the shoulder blades, your scapula. So lie there, kind of find that spot. If this is your first time trying this, it might feel a little funny. So just find that spot right in the shoulder blades. You can have your feet on the mat, knees bent, interlace your fingers behind your head and cup your skull with your elbows and then let your head relax. And again, it depends how high you are. You can let your head hang all the way to the mat just to start, or you can lift it up a little bit and then find some movement here in this scapular scrubbing. And again, if you don't feel much, you can always increase the height of the block, or you can play around with this. And we're just moving our shoulder blades all over the block, kind of like a little massage. Good. And take one more inhale. And exhale. Slowly come back to center. Put your hands on the mat. You can even use the edge of your mat to come back up. Remove the block. Now place it between your thighs on the second setting. Lie on your back, preparing for our low bridge. Walk your feet out so they're not directly under the knees. Bring your hands to your thighs and gently press into them, firming the glutes. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift into a low bridge, and let's just start pulsing the glutes up and down. So as we work on our back bends, what we want to work on first is strengthening the legs. So we're waking up our quads, our glutes, and even the core here. So everything is feeling super strong. Keep pulsing. Good. One more inhale and exhale. Slowly pause the pulsing and lower your hips and your spine segmentally. Bring your hands by your side on the mat. Take an inhale. Exhale, firm the glutes, lift into your low bridge. Now really firm against the block. Bring your right arm up to the sky, bend your wrist. Take your left hand, give yourself a little wrist stretch. And you can bring your arm all the way overhead or just wherever it feels comfortable. Keep drawing the low ribs down, nice and strong. Breathing here. Good, and then inhale, slowly come up. Switch, left hand straight up. Bend the wrist, take your right hand, pull the wrist, and you can stretch overhead. Try not to let your chest pop out, just really firm here in the glutes. Core container is strong. Breathing here. Good, then inhale, slowly bring your arm back up and release the hands and release your hips and your spine down onto the mat. Abdominal work, always a fave. So legs are straight up. Your block is between your thighs. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Cup your skull with your elbows, so really not using the neck at all. You can keep your knees soft if you need. Take an inhale. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Draw the low belly down. You can even look at your belly button to ensure that the low belly is down into the mat. And inhale and lower. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Super strong. Inhale and lower. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Low belly hugging down. And inhale and lower. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Right arm reaches up. Protract the scapula so your shoulder blades move away from the mat. Draw the low belly down. Inhale, hand behind the head, and lower. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Left arm reaches up. Protract the scapula. Draw the belly down. Inhale, hand behind the head, and lower. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Right arm reaches up. Protract the scapula and reach across and tap your left shin and add a little bit of resistance. Inhale, hand behind the head, and lower. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Left arm reaches up. Protract the scapula and reach across, touch your right shin. Add some gentle resistance. Inhale, hand behind the head, and lower. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Right arm reaches up. Protract. Now reach beyond your left shin. So really strong here. Low belly hugging down. Inhale, hand behind the head, and lower. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Left arm reaches up. Protract and reach beyond your right shin. Super strong. Inhale, hand behind the head, and lower. Last set. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Right arm reaches up. Protract the scapula, reach beyond your left shin, and then lift the tailbone. Just a little push there. Inhale, hand behind the head, and lower. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Left arm reaches up. Protract the scapula, reach beyond the right shin, and lift the tailbone. Just a little. Inhale, hand behind the head, and lower. Awesome. Remove the block to the side. Feet as wide as the mat. You can kind of settle into the shoulders here. Bring your knees to the left. Ground into the inner arch of your right foot. Tap your glutes. Make sure they're on. And now bring your right arm overhead and take your left hand and pull the gapping of your right wrist. So just giving yourself a nice long side stretch as you ground into the right side of your foot and glutes are on. Good. Take an inhale and exhale. Inhale, slowly come up. Release the hands back down and then bring your knees over to the right. Ground into the inner arch of your left foot. Take your left fingers. You can tap the left glute. Bring your left arm overhead and take your right hand and give yourself a wrist stretch in that left gapping of the wrist. Pull left side body down, so left ribs down towards the mat. Take an inhale and exhale. Inhale, slowly come up. Give yourself a hug and rock and roll up to tabletop, hands and knees. Hands are right under the shoulders. Your knees can be under the hips or a little bit ahead. tuck your toes, draw the belly in, nice and strong. Now start off in a neutral spine, so the back of the skull. So we're kind of setting ourselves up here for neutral posture, even though we're gonna start moving in the spine, but just to kind of have that baseline. Draw the belly in, back of the skull in line with the scapula. Then take an inhale, arch the spine, look ahead as you come into your cow pose. Exhale, round the back. Just feel that movement of the spine as you come into cat. Inhale, lengthen, opening the chest. Exhale, round the back, drawing the core in, super strong. Inhale, arch, cow pose. And exhale, round the back, drawing the belly in for cat. Inhale, come back to center. And again, reposition yourself, neutral spine, super strong in the core. Step your left foot back onto the toes. Float the leg up using your glutes. Right arm reaches up. Take an inhale, exhale, elbow to knee. Just do it 3 times on your own pace, using the breath, being nice and controlled. Good. And one more inhale to lengthen. Exhale, curl. Now lengthen again, pause, bend the top knee, take your right hand and grab your back foot if you can. So your first back bend or second, just more of an intense one. Nice and strong, just opening up the shoulders, draw the belly in, lifting through the glutes. Take an inhale here, and exhale, slowly release the hand down, release the knee down. Second side, step the right foot back, draw the belly in, float the leg up from the glute. Left arm reaches up, looking down at the mat. Inhale, exhale, curl. So 3 times, 2, lengthen with an inhale, exhale, 3, inhale, lengthen, pause here, back knee bends, grab your back foot. Tiger pose, opening up the shoulders, strong in that right hand. Doesn't have to be a deep back bend here, we're just warming up. Take one more inhale, and exhale, slowly release the hand down, release the knee down. Come into dolphin pose, forearms down. Let your head relax, tuck your toes if they're not tucked. Take an inhale. Exhale, protract the scapula as you lift the hips, bend the knees, send the hips back and up. Dolphin feels so wonderful with knees bent. Good, and just feel that opening in the shoulders. So press the mat away, grounding into the elbows, lifting through the core. One more inhale, and exhale, come into child's pose, knees wide, arms out. You can flip your palms for a little bit more of a shoulder opening, letting your head relax. Just taking a few deep breaths here, grounding into the hips, settling into the breath. One more inhale, and exhale. Slowly come up and come into hands and knees, tuck your toes, lift into downward facing dog, sending the hips back and up. You can bend the knees as generously as you'd like. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step to the top of the mat. With your knees bent, inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Arms by your side, neutral posture. Knees are soft, low ribs hugging in, back of the skull in line with your scapula. Inhale, reach your arms forward and up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Step the right foot back, back knee down, top of the foot down. Inhale, arms lift. Draw the belly in and elevate the shoulders. So fingertips reach to the ceiling or sky. Exhale, hands to the mat, plank. And on your knees, lower. Keep your shoulders lifted. Inhale, pull the hands back energetically. cobra. Exhale, lift. Downward facing dog. Step the right foot forward, back knee down, top of the foot down. Inhale, arms lift. Firm that left glute and elevate the shoulders, drawing the belly in. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Step the left foot back, back knee down. This time, keep your toes tucked. Inhale, arms lift. Then arms by your side and roll your shoulders. Really loosening up the fascia in the upper back. Take an inhale and exhale. Hands to the mat, plank. And on your knees, lower. Keep your shoulders lifted. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, lift. Downward facing dog. Step the left foot forward, back knee down. Toes tucked. Inhale, arms lift. Arms by your side, roll the shoulders. Drawing the belly in. Just the shoulders are moving. Good, one more inhale. And exhale, hands to the mat, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Step the right foot back, back knee down, toes tucked. Inhale, arms lift. Bring your hands to your hips and slowly pick up the back knee, keeping your pelvis level, and pulse the glutes. You can keep your hands at your hips or you can come into a goalpost, bending the elbows. Opening up the shoulders, drawing the belly in. Good, inhale. And exhale, pause, hands to your hips. Lean forward, come into bent knee airplane. Take an inhale. Exhale, come up onto the left foot. Float the right toes up. Take your right hand on the inside of your left thigh. Other hand's at your hip. Bend the top knee, pulse. Try to find balance. You can use the wall if you need. Inhale. And exhale. Step it back. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Woo! And exhale, open up. Warrior two. Nice. Nice and strong here in your warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, forearm on your thigh, open up to side angle or warrior variation. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior variation. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior variation. Pause here, and they're gonna do these scapula lifts, bringing your fingertips forward. So just feeling the scapula move on the back. Good, inhale. And exhale, spin the hands down to the mat, plank. And on your knees, lower. Inhale, cobra, pulling the chest through. Exhale, lift, downward facing dog. Without lifting your palms, step the right foot forward, back knee down, toes tucked, inhale, arms lift, then hands on your hips, and slowly pick up the back knee, but keeping your pelvis neutral, and then pulse the glutes, and stay here. You can bring your hands into goalpost, arms into goalpost, opening up the shoulders. Good, one more inhale, exhale, pause, hands to your hips, lean forward, coming into airplane. So float your back toes up, keep your right knee bent, take your left hand on the inside of your right thigh, bend the top knee, take glute pulses. You can always use a wall or a block. If you fall out, that's okay. Inhale, exhale, step back, come into warrior two with your right foot forward. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, forearm on your thigh, open up side angle, warrior variation. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior variation. Be light on that thigh Inhale, reverse. And exhale, forearm on your thigh. Pause here and scapular lift. So you're kind of fingertips forward, moving the scapula up and down, shoulder blades getting a little bit more lubricated. Good, inhale. Exhale, spin the hands down to the mat, plank, and on your knees, lower. Inhale, cobra, pulling the chest through, pulling the hands back energetically. Exhale, lift, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward, hands to the mat, step or jump to plank, and on your knees or straight legs, lower chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, lift, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. In your down dog, pressing the mat away, bending the knees, hips backing up if you need. Elevating through the shoulders, drawing the low ribs in. Super powerful downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Hands to the mat, step or jump to plank. And on your knees or straight legs, lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, lift. Downward facing dog. Few breaths here. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. Arms by your side. Hands to your hips. Send the hips back as you come into your chair pose. Bending the knees. So try to keep your knees stacked over the ankles. It's hard, but we want to kind of work on maybe a higher chair, drawing the belly in, coming into goalpost arms. Take an inhale and exhale, hands to the mat. Come into downward facing dog. Good, bend the knees. We're gonna do shoulder shrugs or shoulder elevation in down dog. So bend the knees, hips backing up. It's easier to do this, and then bring your shoulder blades up and down. So imagine you're upside down, so it's a little bit trickier if you've never done this, but think about drawing shoulder blades up and down, pressing the mat away. Good, inhale and exhale. Come back to center, pressing the mat away. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it through without lifting the palms. Spin the back heel, come into warrior one. Bending the knee, front knee, hands to your hips, just to ensure neutral pelvis. So your pelvis is facing the front of the mat, drawing the belly in. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. Keep your elbows bent. Draw the shoulders back. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, humble warrior. And you can keep your hands at your sacrum, or if you like to keep your arms up, that's fine, whatever feels comfortable for you. Good, inhale, slowly come up, arms up, warrior one. And exhale, hands to the mat, pause, coming into three-legged down dog, but be really controlled. So spin the back heel, lift the left leg up, inhale. Exhale, open the hip and flip your dog, or to dancer's table, or wild thing, as it's also called. So strong in the hand, shoulders right on top of the wrist. Take an inhale. Exhale, three-legged down dog. Again. Inhale. Exhale, step the left foot forward. Come into airplane or warrior three. Hands to your heart. Inhale and exhale, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, chair pose. And exhale, stand. Good. Inhale, bend the knee, chair pose. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step the left foot back, spin the back heel, come into a warrior one. Hands to your hips to ensure neutral pelvis. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. Keep your elbows bent. Watch the back of the head. Shoulders open. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, humble warrior. Shoulders are open. Lift your low belly off the front thigh. Square the hips. Good. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, hands to the mat. Spin the back heel. Take an inhale. Exhale, pick up the front foot in a controlled way, coming into three-legged down dog. Bend the top knee, open the hips, and flip your dog, or come into wild thing, or dancer's table, lifting the hips, strong in the shoulders. Take an inhale. Exhale, three-legged down dog with control, right leg lifts. Inhale, exhale, step the right foot forward, coming into standing split. And then warrior three. Good. And step two, chair pose. Inhale and exhale, stand. Our final sequence, we're gonna progressively work on our back bend, starting with camel. So take your block, you're gonna place it between your thighs, coming onto your knees, but I just wanna show you where it's gonna be. So come down on your knees, tuck your toes. If you need something to pad under your knees, go ahead. So take the block to the second setting. That's what I generally like. Take your hands, place them kind of at the sacrum, fingertips up, tuck your toes, super strong. Now focus here on all that standing work we did. So firm the block, strong in your legs, firm the glutes, and then inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, draw the shoulders back, chest open, and firm that. If you want to go a little further and have your heels, grab your heels, that's great, but try not to lose that engagement in the legs. Shoulders are open, and inhale, slowly come up. Good. Let's just take a little break. You can release the toes. Just let that settle. Good, let's try that again. You can use a block. You can have your toes tucked, or you can have your feet down. Just whatever's comfortable, whatever you like to work on. If you don't want to use a block, that's okay too. I'm gonna keep my toes, I think, tucked. That's how I like to do it. So have your fingers up and open that up. Firm the glutes. You can even tap your glutes. Firm the block, opening the shoulders, and come into your camel. Keeping a neutral neck, or you can let your head hang, just whatever you're feeling. Opening up the shoulders. And inhale, slowly come up. Great job. Let's try without the block, if you like, or you can use the block again. Let's try it again. Knees, standing on your knees. Toes are tucked. So if you have your toes tucked, your heels are higher, so you can grab easier. So you can do a camel if you want to work on your camel, if this is in your practice. Or we're gonna try one arm camel. Maybe this you'll find easier. So hands to your hips, firm the glutes, and strong in the legs. Hips go forward and opening this up. Then take your right hand to your right heel and just open up to the side. And come up, go the other way. Left, come up, right, and left. So whatever you feel in this, you can take it faster or deeper, whatever's in your practice, as long as this feels good. Focusing on strong legs, strong glutes, strong core, and opening up the shoulders. Let's do one more round. and come back to center. Awesome. Sit down on the mat. We're gonna do bridge to wheel, and if bridge is comfortable, you don't have to use a block, but I'll demo it with a block. Let's try, so block between the thighs, come down on the mat. So just like what we did earlier, we did bridge. That was a low bridge because it's more glute work. This gets into the shoulders and the upper back. Walk your feet in a little bit closer to your bum. Elbows bent in robot arms, close to your body, chin down. And don't look around now, just look straight up. Listen to my cues. Draw the belly down, so strong in your core to start. Take an inhale. Exhale, firm the glutes as you come into your bridge. Maybe lift a little bit higher and press into the forearm, press into your triceps, lifting the chest, and you can interlace your fingers if that's available to you. Now firm against the block and lift the hips and get those glutes supercharged. Lifting a little bit higher. Inhale and exhale, slowly release the hands and release the hips down in your spine segmentally. Now you can use a block again, or we're gonna try no block, and then we can maybe work towards wheel pose. I'll give you a progression for wheel, what we can do. Hands in robot, elbows close to your body. Take an inhale. Exhale, firm the glutes, lift the hips, come into the chest a bit more, interlace your fingers under your back, lift through your legs, strong in the glutes, opening the chest. Now stay here where you can take your hands, place them under the shoulders, walk your feet in a little bit, and try to come onto the top of your head. That's your step one or your bus stop one. So take an inhale. Exhale, lift your head up and come onto the top of the head. Good. You can stay here, or you can kind of lift yourself up, do little wheel push-ups. Good. And then release the head gently down, super slow, and bring your hips down on the mat. Maybe hands to your heart or your belly, and just settle here. Just take that all in. Good, so let's try wheel, or you can try what we just did, or you can use a block for bridge, just whatever is at your pace, whatever you're working on. So arms in robot, or you can come from bridge to wheel, or you can just go right into wheel. So I'll demo right into wheel. Hands under the shoulders. You can walk your feet a little closer. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, come up onto the top of the head. Super strong, legs are strong, glutes are strong. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift yourself up. You can come onto your toes. Walk your feet in a little bit more and open up through the shoulders. Try to get your arms towards straight or straight. Good, inhale and exhale, release yourself down, slow and controlled. And bring your knees together, left hand on your heart, right hand on your belly. Settling into your body and your breath. Good, and bring your knees to your chest. Give yourself a hug. Well done today. Good, bring your feet down on the mat and cross your left foot over the right thigh, figure four, and hug your knee to your chest. Keep your left hip opening, chin down, sacrum grounded. Inhale. And exhale, slowly release. Other side, cross your right ankle over the left thigh, open up the hip. Bring your left knee to your chest and keep opening up that right knee, right hip, grounding into the sacrum, chin down, relaxing your jaw. Inhale and exhale. Slowly release. Bring your block with you. We're going to do a spinal twist using the block. So come over to the left side and take your block and place it between your thighs just to kind of give yourself a little bit more lift. Left arm out, right hand on top, and backstroke your top arm around. Working that, or stretching the shoulder, working to open it up a little bit more. Keep your hips level. Good, one more inhale, big rotation. And exhale, come back to center. Other side. I'll switch, I'll go this way. Just to show you. So knees are bent, bring your block right between your thighs. Right arm out, left hand on top. And inhale, sweep your arm around. Nice backstroke, opening up the shoulders. Maybe if you touch a wall, that's okay. Good, one more inhale. Big rotation and exhale, come back to center. Great job. Give yourself a hug, come onto your back, hug, and come into happy baby. You can grab your shins, feet up to the sky. Sacrum grounded, feeling that opening in the chest, even grounding into the shoulders. We did a lot of shoulder work today, a lot of leg work too. So just feel that grounding now. Inhale and exhale, slowly release. Bring the soles of the feet together for Supta Baddha Konasana or butterfly pose. Left hand to your heart, right hand to your belly, chin down, closing your eyes. Just taking a few deep breaths, settling, grounding. Gratitude for your practice today, thanking yourself for your efforts. And thanking your body for all that it does. From this place of gratitude, of openness, slowly release the hands. Stretch the legs to straight. Feet as wide as the mat. Let your toes splay open. Palms up. Roll your shoulder blades underneath your body. Let gravity melt the chest down, chin down. Lengthening the back of the neck and just letting everything go. Settling into your body. Surrendering into the stillness for a few minutes. Enjoying your breath. back to your breath. Start to bring life to your fingers and toes. Bring your feet together. Your arms overhead. Give yourself a nice long stretch. And bring your knees to your chest. Give yourself a hug. And roll to one side and just pause there for a moment. Let your hips, knees, ankles be heavy, your shoulders, your wrists, the side of your head, everything relaxed. And slowly, using just your hands, make your way to seated. Eyes are closed, sitting up tall. Bring your hands to your heart center. And just take a moment to honor your intention as a reminder to carry it with you off the mat. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. May you find strength and power in all that you do. Feel open and light in your life and off the mat. Namaste.